Let you know. Let you know. Let you know. Let you know.
Yes. Welcome to the Let You Know podcast. It's your boy, Let You Know, EK in the building. You see who I got? You see who I got up in here?
What it do? And Double OZ, aka they Let You Know logo here for another episode on some Dr. Dre shit. What up, though?
Party. I'm just hanging out. Yeah. Just hanging out.
Party.
I appreciate you joining us. Brother.
Appreciate you.
Sitting up here watching this bullshit.
Appreciate you. So fellas, we all watching the Lakers versus Golden State game, and of course, you know, everybody's slobbering over the Lakers. Oh, they're gonna beat Golden State. They're gonna beat them. They're gonna beat them. Everybody, they're the number 2 team in the West.
They ain't gonna win tonight.
WOUKD got this.
LeBron just got the air knocked out of him, and they almost
now he's sitting on the sideline. For all you LeBron fans, yes, he's okay. I know he act like he got to have an Oscar-winning performance and stuff. He thinks somebody about to give him a trophy for his performance. Oh, I'm so hurt. Stop it, dude. Hey, stop it. Damn.
Sick of LeBron.
Damn. This nigga gets on my fucking nerves, dude. I don't even be trying to go at this man, but it's like he does it to himself to make us react to this shit, dude. Be tired of this dumbass shit he be doing, dude.
Man, he don't ridiculous. Do it. He not doing it for us. That's just his demeanor, dog. You can't just put on no act for 20-something years, man. That's just how he is, man. He's just real dramatic.
Oh man, dude. This nigga, he gets on my nerves with this dumbass shit he does, dude. It makes no sense. It's like, dude, you not really hurt, but yet you got to put on a Oscar-winning performance. Oh my God, let me flop and put my face in there and just sit for a minute. I'm so hurt, dude. Stop it.
I gotta make sure the refs see it.
Yeah, I get it.
The play was still going on. That nigga was still on the ground scoring.
Yeah, man. Everybody stopping the game. Man, damn. Where's these LeBron lovers? I'm ready to get in their ass. Where y'all at, man? Please holler at us.
Big pause.
How many times have you seen LeBron James sprain his ankle, go down, tighter, get right back up and keep?
Like 30, 100 times.
Yeah. So for every time he's been acting like, you know what I mean? It's a tough guy, man. It's a tough guy.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be. He not gonna be out. He coming right back because he LeBron.
But I know one thing though, man.
They trying to give Draymond.
They is really trying to give Draymond Green this Defensive Player of the Year award. He just got named. He just got named Defensive Player of the Month.
This is my question. Y'all niggas wasn't nobody looking at your ass until Jimmy Butler got there, nigga. You was at the bottom of the toe in the league wasn't nobody saying you was dead niggas up or none of that shit. Jimmy Butler get there and win some games. Now you the Defensive Player of the Year. Fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, and to make that statement you said even more of a fact. If you remember when they got Jimmy, he said, "Oh, now we a real team." He said, "Now we a ball club."
Yeah. Man.
As in saying that we really wasn't even shit before Jimmy Butler got here, right. But now we're a team.
He's so confident that he said that they was gonna win the championship.
Y'all niggas wasn't even in the play-in when Jimmy wasn't there. That is nigga Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. Shit's crazy out here,
man,
dude.
these fucking Lakers, dude.
But like I said, he's the one guy guard 1 through 5. We saw him guard Nikola Jokic in the Western Conference Finals and win.
Who? Draymond?
On Green when they beat Denver.
Man, 1 through 5. My nigga guarding 1 through 5 ain't that hard nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's only hard if you got to guard Wemby. Other than that,
oh,
dude,
wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Now you giving him love now.
No. You need to calm down, pump your brakes. That nigga still ain't shit. I'm just saying, but still, he's still hard to guard. That's why everybody love him so much. He's so tall, my nigga. Like, come on, man, common sense.
You sound like you hate the big man, dog.
I don't hate him. It sound like you want me to hate him. I just speak on facts, though. You know,
I don't want you to sound like it's just like when I bring up Wemby.
He ain't did nothing.
You know what I found out? I found out what the difference. I found out that the median between y'all argument with Wemby is that the real issue is that Eric is predicting the future, and Stardy ain't really trying to go with no future shit. Stardy's going right now.
Right. That's exactly what's going on. And what I'm saying to Eric is that nigga, you can't predict this nigga gonna be nothing, and when he ain't really showed you nothing, but that he just tall and that he a problem. And anybody that's his size out there is a problem, my nigga.
But why you saying that he ain't showing us nothing though? I mean, that's the whole point of us knowing. That was the whole point of us knowing who he was as far as his highlights go.
What Stardy said was he's not what we expected, what people think he is. He's not going to be that. And what he means is by that is I remember what I said. He should be the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. He should be the greatest thing ever. He should be.
Yeah, he should, but he's not gonna be.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what if he's not that, if he's not top 2, top 3, then he's basically failed. That's the expectations people have put on him, really.
Right. And I'm saying he ain't gonna be that. He ain't gonna be as great as everybody thinks.
But you gotta give him time though, man.
Man, you can give anybody all the time you want to, but you know in this league when a motherfucker come in. Like everybody knew LeBron was gonna be what he been. He just been playing a long time. That's what's been making him great. Everybody knew when he came in, he almost got his ankles broke by Kuminga right there. But yeah, everybody knew when he came in the league that nigga was gonna be a problem.
Everybody,
you know
I'm just saying, man, like
just like when Carmelo came in the league, when Carmelo Anthony came in the league, everybody knew he was gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but he wasn't dominant though his first year in the league, and neither was LeBron.
Yes,
he wasn't dominant offensively.
Carmelo was, my nigga. They was talking about how much, man, everybody say he the hardest motherfucker to guard. They was like, he'll bang you out. He was doing that shit in college.
How old was Carmelo?
He should have got the Rookie of the Year and all that shit.
And I'm out.
How old was he?
Point now was like what we talked about earlier with that Pat McAfee interview when LeBron James started talking about the draft being fake and triggered and all that, to where there's a reason why the Detroit Pistons did not draft Carmelo Anthony. I think it's deeper than what they're telling us. I think Carmelo Anthony's
I agree.
It was rigged from the beginning.
I don't know.
Yeah, because why would they pass up somebody like that, man? He's a for sure thing.
They thought Darko Milicic was gonna be better because he was tall. Like y'all jockey tall ass Wemby. They been talking.
Man, damn.
Let me finish. The league been jocking tall motherfuckers, my nigga. Sam Bowie. Look how many tall motherfuckers ain't done shit. Greg Oden. All these motherfuckers are supposed to come in the league and dominate, my nigga. Stop it. Like, these tall motherfuckers can't do it like y'all think they can. Ralph Sampson, this shit been going on.
You just said that they knew that Carmelo was going to be a Hall of Famer coming into the league. So if the Detroit Pistons knew that and they still chose Darko Milicic, either there's some fucking idiots or, like I said, the chosen one was the chosen one for a reason, my nigga.
We know it's some idiots, not my nigga. Now, come on, like, like I said, dude, they just thought that fucking dude was gonna be better. Dargalo. Who came out the same year as Porzingis that outshined Porzingis?
I don't know, but I do
Man.
remember it. I remember what they. Do you know the reason why they said they chose Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony?
No, not really. I think they thought he could shoot better or
I
some
forgot.
shit, or I don't know what it
Not,
was.
no. They said the reason why they said his footwork was better than Carmelo's.
Right. Some had to do with
But
some on the perimeter.
I'm not buying that at all.
I don't know. I just think, man, man, like Gilbert Arenas said, nigga, Richard Jefferson got picked before he did in the draft. We know Richard Jefferson not better than Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, he not. He like, nigga, I was the best player on my college team, so we know motherfuckers be messing up. Like, we know that. Come on, man. Motherfuckers picked Sam Bowie and didn't pick
But
Michael Jordan.
but the
Shit.
pushback on that one,
And
but the pushback on
everybody
that one
knew.
is that I'm saying, but the pushback on that one, to me, Richard Jefferson was like Vince Carter, and fucking Gilbert Arenas was Antoine Jameson, for Arizona. That's what it was to me, because we knew Richard Jefferson was gonna go to the league too.
We knew.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
saying I'm saying
And
when I'm making that
who got picked?
assumption, I'm saying that
Who
Gilbert
got
Arenas
picked?
was
Hold
born like
on. What you saying, I dig what you saying, but who got picked first? Antoine Jameson or motherfucking Vince Carter? Antoine Jameson. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying that people mess up. Like, y'all, Evan, you know this, man. You've been watching this shit. Like, people be having bad picks and people mess up.
No,
They
you're
just
right.
mess up.
You're
Come
right.
on, man. Niggas pick Greg Oden over
oh yeah, it
Kevin
happens
Durant.
all the time.
Hold on, they picked Greg Oden over Kevin Durant when we watched what Kevin Durant did in the damn tournament versus what Greg Oden did.
But I think
Like,
certain things
But
depend on
come
what
on,
certain.
Smarty.
I think certain players, for example, if I'm the Portland Trailblazers at that time, I already have Brandon Roy as my scorer or whatever. I already have my scoring core. So I need
No, but
a man to go along with what we need. And so they go same with the sorry to go back, but with the Michael Jordan Sam Bowie thing, my pushback on that is
they
different
had
because in that
Clyde.
era, all the teams were built around the big man first. The big man was the priority. Michael Jordan changed all of that. So nobody knew that Michael Jordan was going to change the game to where it's going to be based around the shooting guard now and shit. So
I
that's my.
mean, it really ain't because the big man is still the top motherfucking pick.
I
Unless
mean,
you got a phenomenal guy.
he should be, but look at Jokic. Jokic went second round in the 50. Like for example,
Yeah, but
greatest talk
Jokic was
about
out of
what they doing
shape.
when they working out these players during this draft. The shit that they doing really don't apply to what's going on in the basketball game. If we're talking about, hey, I'll go see who jumps the highest. Okay, Jokic is going to fail at that. Okay, let's see who's the fastest and sliding feet back to back. Jokic is going to be last. So all the shit that they doing, it's not. So now you put me in 5-on-5 or 3-and-3. Now you see what I'm going to do. But with all this other shit that don't really matter about basketball that they taking a priority of, like I said, how high a nigga can jump and how. I mean, it matters in certain ways, but that don't really judge the player. And that's how a nigga like Jokic can drop to the second round because what y'all putting them in these workouts ain't really showing you nothing, if that make any sense. You know what I mean? It ain't showing you what you
Yeah.
see as far as basketball.
And that go back to what I was saying about like how you can never predict who's gonna be the face of the league. The face of the league, the guy that runs shit usually in the basketball league, he usually comes into his own while he's in the league. So when they pass up on Joker, you got to remember Joker first couple seasons in the league, he was fat, he was out of shape. You know what I'm saying? He got better later on. Like they probably couldn't. Nobody can predict this motherfucker was coming up doing this shit.
same thing
Same
with
thing with
SGA.
Anthony. Yeah,
Same
same
thing
thing with
with SGA.
SGA. Right. Them
Mhm.
niggas got it out the mud and really worked on their shit and got better.
You with Jokic, you saw it though. You saw. Remember who was Aaron Gordon was before Aaron Gordon? You know who he had? Remember?
Well, Who?
The Manimal. Remember the Manimal?
Yep.
They saw what he was doing when he got in the game and how he was making
Kenneth
other players better, and they
Fareed.
upgraded.
Kenneth Fareed.
Yeah, Kenneth Fareed. They upgraded the players that he was dealing that he had when he got in there, and they finally said, we're gonna build around this guy. This guy is what we're gonna start playing how he wants to play. Remember we talked about like.
But listen, I wanted to.
Hold on. Before I didn't mean to cut you off, but we talked about one time about playing a certain way might not be the most entertaining way or the most fun way, but that's the way to win. You scoring 40, or you know what I mean, whether it's Luka Doncic having 30, 10, and 10. If that way ain't winning, then you need to try something else. Maybe you need to have 22, 5, and 7. But you having 30 and 10 and 10, if that's not winning games, that's not the recipe to winning. And they found out the recipe to winning was with playing through Jokic, no matter what. We're going to build a team around his talent. And the boy bad. That was the best decision ever made.
Yeah.
I just wanted to push back on that Greg Oden shit because I just remember him and Kevin Durant was the two guys that year. Yeah. And Greg Oden, he went further and he went longer because they almost won the national championship, but they lost in the championship game. They had the best team, and he was dominant, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people consider him, they thought that he was going to be, you know, like another Shaq. But he wasn't dominant like that, but he was grabbing hella rebounds. Like he was the rebound king in college.
Greg Oden?
Greg Oden been high school, bro. Greg Oden was the real deal, fam. But again, I think it's because they already had who their scoring was. When I already have a Brandon Roy on my team in that period of time, it's not how do I add more scoring power by getting Kevin Durant. It's like, what do we not have? And that's what we don't have an inside guy. We need something, you know what I mean? I think that's
because we knew Kevin Durant was going to be special because the team that he was on, they was trash. Everybody around him was trash. Right. They was all trash.
That's what I'm saying. Certain players need to go to certain teams for it to work. If you go to the wrong team, it's not going to work. Whether Kobe Bryant going to the Lakers or having to play behind Eddie Jones, to LeBron James going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, or Carmelo going to the two worst teams ever, Allen Iverson going to the Sixers. They get the chance to play. They get the keys to meet Trae Young going to the Atlanta Hawks. He didn't have to work for that spot. It was given to him. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the green light.
Off top, my nigga. I mean,
but Trae Young was special though, man. Like he was the one that looked like Stephen Curry for real.
All
if he wanted to put a
look like that.
All these niggas are special, cuz everybody we named.
Nah. This nigga is too short. And he's doing the things that he's doing. Like, I know guards are quick and fast, but the fact that he's doing it the way he's doing it, man, that's special, dude. I'm not. I knew he was going to be a good player, but I didn't know he was going to be this consistent. You know what I'm saying? But I've noticed good point guards that come out of college, they usually do good in the NBA. Like when Chris Paul was playing, you knew he was going to be a great point guard when he came in the league. Because you seen it in college because he was with a terrible team and he made them look like they was.
You got more space. You got more space in the NBA than in college.
Wow.
But you're right, man. It is a lot more spacing. But I mean, I'm just saying, like to me, when
that 3-point line is shorter in. Quarters smaller, and Trae Young come off of pick in college, he damn near got to shoot it. But when you come off that pick and roll,
he wasn't even coming off picks though, fam. He wasn't even coming off picks. He would just walk. He was bringing the ball up, and he was already shooting it at half court. And that's why I was like, damn.
I know. I saw him. I'm just saying. I'm just talking space wise. It's just coming off a simple screen to your right. There's a lot more space in the NBA coming off that screen than in the college basketball coming off that screen. You got a lot more time to than in college because the space there ain't that much space. The court's too small. Remember, these niggas are 6'7", 6'8" niggas. 10 6'8" niggas on a college court. There's not that much space.
Right. Especially if they got long arms too. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
I remember we talking earlier. We talking about defense, and we talking about Carmelo Anthony not playing no defense. And remember at Syracuse, they played a zone in Syracuse, so he never really learned how to play no goddamn defense.
Right.
He didn't have to. As long as he put the basket in the hole, man, that's how he knew he was gonna get his millions, dog. He didn't have to worry about
You
that.
you don't have to now in the NBA either no more because they're playing zone.
Exactly. As long as you can score, you're going to be a great NBA player because you're going to get the green light. As long as you can score.
Yeah, if you can put the ball in the hole, you're going to get an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Unless you like a premier super defender, Ben Wallace, rebounder, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. If prime Joe Johnson played in this era, would he be a star?
Hell yeah. They didn't call him ISO Joe for nothing, man. He'll kill these guys out here, man. Trust me.
Could he play in
you
any
don't think
era?
So?
I think he probably could. Do you think he could play in any era, Joe Johnson?
I think he could because he can withstand contact. I mean, he played in a little bit of contact era, so yeah, I think he could. I mean, me personally. What about you, Party? You think he could? You still there?
I think he muted
lost him.
No, he just muted it.
So what about you,
Party?
So what about you, man? You think he can? You think he can play in any air?
No, I don't think he could. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I'm here.
I think Atlanta Joe could.
I don't think he could be a star, but he'll get off on niggas.
I don't need him to be no star as long as he can get off.
Yeah, I mean, star is about
who he is in any era.
Yeah, he ain't no star. But he a baller.
Remember like niggas like microwave and shit. Was it microwave Vinny Johnson? He could be one of them niggas in any era.
Oh no, he'd be better than Vinny Johnson.
What about Luke? Can Lou Williams do what he did in any era?
No.
Yeah. Well, Lou Williams, no, he couldn't do it in the old era.
No.
He had to learn how to shoot. You know, in the old era, you couldn't go to the cup.
Luke could shoot.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, he can shoot, man, but
the physicality is different. I just don't know.
He real little. He is a little motherfucker. He real skinny. But yeah, I wouldn't say that Williams is better than Eddie Jones.
You said Eddie Jones?
I take Eddie Jones over Lou Williams any day.
So
I would too.
So
I would too. Any day. Any day. I'll take Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones?
Hell yeah, over Lou Williams. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's more
I'll definitely take Eddie Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in that era, you had to. It's way more two-way players. That's why I would take them. You know what I'm saying? These guys today they can't defend. They just can't do it, man. And their IQ is not what they say it is. The guys of yesteryears, to me, have better IQs. They did shit that's common sense. Like I say, man, they praise LeBron James for having such a high IQ, but the nigga just started posting up maybe like 5-6 years ago. When he should have came in the league doing that like Carmelo was.
Maybe that's not his skill set. He's a point guard.
Huh?
I don't think that was his skill set. He was a point guard.
No, that what you mean that ain't his skill set, my nigga. When your body is that size, you make it part of your skill set. But he didn't want to do that because he don't want contact. He want to be a guard.
The point guard. He feel more comfortable in the perimeter.
He want to be a guard, but like I said, Magic was a point guard, but Magic posted niggas up too. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is you saying?
It's a
Like,
different.
nigga, your size is your advantage. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but I think just him personally,
that,
he felt more comfortable coming off a screen or just going downhill. He feels more comfortable going downhill instead
My
of.
nigga, Shaq probably felt more comfortable shooting from the outside, but they said get your big ass down there. They can't stop you.
Come
Same
on,
thing with Tim Duncan. I'm just saying, my nigga.
yeah.
This, you know what I'm saying? Just because you comfortable with something, don't like when you a basketball player and you got a certain size, you work on what gives you advantages to your size.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's common sense. That's why they teach a big man to be in the post, to go ahead and dominate the boards, and not to shoot fucking threes and play the perimeter. Because that's not where you're gonna thrive at. You're gonna
So
thrive down
James
when
driving
you
downhill
tall.
speed is advantage to his size.
You said what?
Him coming downhill full speed isn't using his size as an advantage.
Oh, Shaq?
No, LeBron.
Oh yeah, absolutely to a certain extent. But if a motherfucker ain't scared to get in front of him, you can use that against him. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? And then on top of that, if he can't, huh?
they changed the rules though. That's no longer a charge no more. So he keeps lowering his shoulder and hitting me in the stomach and the chest, and I get the foul call, and he gets an and one layup.
sounds like
Well, it sounds like they changing the rules for him. Hello. They say changing the rules to try to do what? To hide his
Flaws.
flaws. Yeah, to hide that he's not that skilled.
Not
So
not not.
no.
so
Go ahead.
so there's a list out here, right? So there's a list out here, and they said that there's only 10 players that they feel like that can dominate in any era. And I'm gonna name the list off, and then I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. So we're
You
gonna
go first.
start with number
Go
one.
first. You go first every time, starting.
All right, I'm gonna read the list off first. This is what they got. They said the GOATs that would thrive in any era in the NBA. Number one is Michael Jordan. Number two is Wilt Chamberlain. Number three is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number four is LeBron James.
Is who?
LeBron James.
Okay.
Number
four?
five. Yeah, he's number four. Number five is Bill Russell.
Whoa, let's stop right there. We're gonna stop that shit right there. Bill Russell was about
Bill
what?
Russell?
Bill Russell was about what? 6'8"?
6'9".
Yeah, 6'8", 6'9".
That nigga wasn't even bigger than Tracy McGrady.
But he was dominating the biggest guy. He was trying to stop the dominate the hold on, let me say this again.
A terrible offensive
He
player.
faced against Wilt Chamberlain the most ever. They was a rivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only person that's standing in his way, even though the Celtics were a better team, Wilt, he still had players around him, but they could never beat the Celtics.
Let me ask you this,
And
Eric.
he averaged.
Hey, Eric, let me ask you this. If you want to pull it up, do you know what Wilt was averaging in those games?
Yeah, hold on.
Take your time. Because it's gonna be some crazy numbers.
Oh, I know it is. I know.
That don't even matter though, because they was losing the game.
Of course, but we're talking about the
They
individual.
they
But we talking about the individual
no,
players.
they was losing the game, but they wasn't losing by a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them games was like 1-pointers or a steal here, you know, because
What was
most of
Will?
most
What was Will giving them?
A lot.
he was giving them 50. He was giving them 50 and 27 rebounds. Hey, listen, and he averaged 8.6 assists.
God,
that nigga was the real triple double king, dog.
no,
And
not.
listen,
Hey,
if
he
anybody
was
is watching
still
that Celtic City, you can see that shit too, man. That
and
the
he was
highlights on
still a
that.
loser. And he was still a loser.
That's
You know what? Hey, listen. You know
Hey,
what?
listen.
You know what? Let me say this. I think today's generation put too much emphasis on players, good players that don't win, to try to justify that these niggas is losers. For real. I really believe that.
That's where the analytics come in.
Hey, and I, you know what I'm saying? You see it too much. Like right now is like the era of the participation trophy. So what you getting 50 a game and shit? Y'all niggas ain't winning shit. Like niggas is still beating y'all.
So let me finish the list though. So I was at number 4, LeBron James. Number 5 was Bill Russell. And yes, Will Chamberlain was averaging 72. He was 72% against the Celtics. Damn.
Hey, and how tall?
Bill
Listen, how
Russell.
tall? Listen, how tall was Will Chamberlain? Like
Hold on, let me
7'2".
see.
The nigga was
I
like
think he was like 7.
almost 300 pounds. The nigga bench press 400. Like, come on, man. He killing shit, but he ain't winning shit. Of course. He was the first Shaquille O'Neal. Bill Russell, like the first Dennis Rodman. Except he did it for like
Yeah.
way longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Him and Shaq, yep, was dominant. You're right. Him and Shaq was
Yeah,
dominant.
them
Definitely.
niggas was dominant. Like, yeah, Will was unstoppable. But at least Shaq was winning.
He was
Shit.
7'1".
Right, 7'1",
He was
nigga.
7'1".
How much did he
7'1".
weigh?
Wilt didn't win till he got Jerry West, right?
Well, Jerry West didn't win
He
till he
won
got
one with
with
Jerry
Will.
West.
You could say that about Jerry West, the
No,
one that
Will.
kept going to the finals.
No,
Just made me think
no,
about Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq.
Will won with the 76ers. They did beat the Lakers one time. He beat them one time in his career, and then the other time the Lakers beat the Knicks. That's how he won his championship. They didn't get a chance to beat the Celtics.
No, they didn't never beat the Celtics.
Because they lost. He beat them when he was a Philadelphia 76er or whatever they was called. I think they was the 76ers then.
Jerry West never won a championship together?
No, they got a ring together.
Yes. They won, but they didn't play the Celtics. They played the Knicks. They beat the Knicks.
I didn't say nothing about the Celtics.
No, they got one.
Yeah, they won.
They got one together.
Okay. But I'm going to go back to the list, man. Let me go back to the list. So number 4 was LeBron. Number 5 was Bill Russell. Number 6 is Dennis Rodman.
I agree.
Yeah, he can play in any era.
Number 7 is Kobe Bean
Rodman is
Bryant.
a basketball coach's dream outside of the.
Like Bill Russell was. That's what.
Yeah, because you ain't got to run no plays for him. You ain't got to run no plays.
The same thing you said about Dennis Rodman. That's what Red Auerbach said about Bill Russell.
Yeah,
the coach's
right.
dream.
You right. Bill Russell was he was that nigga.
He was the first Dennis Rodman. Yeah, nigga. He
He
blocked
was.
shots. That nigga was leading the league in blocks when it wasn't no blocks. Him and Will.
Yep.
But
What was that nigga though? What was
yeah,
that
go
nigga?
ahead. You said Russell 5.
Yeah, Russell 5. Dennis Rodman is number 6.
I like
Number
Rodman. Yeah.
7 is Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And number 10 is Karl Malone.
Yeah. All them niggas can play, except I believe all them players can play in any era. The only thing I think is Kevin Durant and LeBron James wouldn't be as dominant in the old eras as they are in these eras.
You
I
said
agree.
who? You said who?
LeBron James and Kevin Durant wouldn't be.
You said they wouldn't be dominating?
No, they'll be like Scottie Pippins and shit.
I throw Bill Russell in there too. I don't think he'd be as dominant as he was in his prime.
No, I think Bill
Yeah, he
Russell
would.
would.
He'd be Dennis Rodman.
Right, he'd be the new. He like I said, he the first Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he'll be
And
Dennis Rodman.
Have
He would. He would. He
not
would.
only that, he had
11
he a
champions.
super he a super duper champion. Not only that, my nigga. Not only y'all forgetting, man. Not only did he win championships, he coached championships.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
He did coach. After they
That
lost
nigga
the
was
finals, then
cold.
they came back and won the championship
Right.
twice
He was
before
the
he retired.
first nigga
But
to
what I'm
win it as a
saying is,
coach.
I'm saying is why you got that look on your face. What I'm saying is that you don't, if you think Dennis Rodman is a Hall of Famer, right? Why you don't think Bill Russell could do the same thing but Dennis Rodman doing it in the era? He ain't got to
because
score, but he will score.
because of
He
his
said,
size and how the game they like you said, they do similar things, but one is a 6'8", 180 pounds maybe. The other one is a 6'8", 200 and something pounds, just way stronger, way more just
no, I think they're about the same size, my nigga.
I can't believe that Bill Russell was that strong in the
Yeah,
air.
why can't you? When I just told you that fucking Will Chamberlain was that strong. That
Yeah, he
nigga
was
was benching
Yeah.
400
averaging
pounds.
50, Starty. He was averaging 50. That means he was
Yeah.
scoring 50 or more every time they played. That's not doing a good job.
But
But
listen,
not only
Evan,
that,
it
hold
wasn't
on.
just
Not only that, let me say this.
50?
Evan, I'm also say this. You
he
probably ain't
averaged that in
aware of
the
this.
season though, too.
Yeah.
Don't forget
But you
that.
probably ain't
He
aware
averaged
of
that in the
this.
season too.
Red Auerbach's game plan when he played against Will Chamberlain was to let him do his thing and don't let nobody else do shit. And he used to get tired at the end of the game. That's how he used to always lose. This is real. I man, this is shit I look at, dude. The
Celtic
documentaries and
City.
shit. I ain't even seen that yet,
Anybody
but this is just
watching?
something I know from the old
Yeah.
documentaries. But Red Auerbach, that was his game plan against Will. They was like, they know they couldn't do nothing with him. Just like with Shaq. You know you can't do nothing with him, but fucking what did Popovich start doing? He figured out hack a Shaq this nigga. Like, we gotta do something because I can't stop this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So they just
Complete.
let Will run himself down and make sure nobody else beat him. And
If
they won the game.
to sum that up in a few words, is his team was better. That's all. He just had a better team from players
Not
and
necessarily. Not necessarily. It could be they just had a better game plan, dog. Like
that's
Well,
part
sometimes
listen, I'm gonna
motherfuckers
say that.
lose because of
Hold
the
on,
part of
game
the team.
plan.
hold
Eric,
on. I'm gonna
my
say
coach,
this.
my
I'm gonna
coach.
say this because
Hold on, Eric. My coach and your coach are part of the team, right?
Hey, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Last year, your Dallas Mavericks, they wasn't better than OKC, but their game plan was Facts. Same
Hold
thing.
on hold on before you respond. I encourage everybody to go watch that Celtic City because it shows you what really happens. Because
Show you what motherfuckers
Bill
was
Russell,
thinking. I
yeah,
ain't seen it yet though.
Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain was the two most dominant players in that era.
Yes.
And Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy was like,
thank you. Let's stop bullshitting, man. Let's talk
No,
about
hold on. And Jerry
that nigga
West.
Bill Russell.
hold on, but let me finish.
And Jerry West and Pete Maravich. All them niggas was cold. So
what I'm saying is that
just chill.
But hold on, let me finish. So in the Celtic City documentary, it just shows the story of them. You know, they rivalry. They played against each other a lot, like over like 100 and something. I think it was like 145 times or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, each game was always close, man. There wasn't hardly any blowouts. Like there was a few blowouts at the end, but all them games was close, and it was like a play or two. How Will Chamberlain lost a game because it wasn't like what I'm saying, like he was getting stopped, but they knew they couldn't stop him. But like he said, they let everybody else play, but it was just more than just scoring. One guy hit a game winner on him. Another guy stole the ball for them to win the championship against them. It was always something different each time, but every game that they played, pretty much, they went 7 games. You know what I'm saying? They went 7 games. It's just that it looked like Boston had the most prestige back then. So it seemed like all the referees was on them for the call.
Congratulations to the Celtics and all that, man. Fuck all that Red Auerbach cheating ass shit, man. We know what it is, nigga. They part of the mob. All that, bro. You really think Bill Russell playing how would Bill Russell affect today? Who would Bill Russell be today?
Yeah.
Who?
He would be like Isaiah Stewart, but better.
Whoa, okay, stop it then. What are we talking about?
Oh, Adebayo. He'll be Adebayo too. I can see him being banned.
That's a long, long way away from 10 rings, 11 rings. It's a long way away from that.
Hey man, Miami went to the finals, didn't they? And if they had Bill Russell, like you don't think they would get over the hump?
You just said Bam Adebayo is the Bill Russell. They had him. He didn't win.
No, but he better than Bam, though.
Stop it. Yeah,
he's better than Bam Adebayo?
Dude, you can't.
Yeah.
Well, you can't.
Out of here.
Listen, man. You can't compare no Bill Russell, no Bam Adebayo. Stop that shit. Y'all niggas being disrespectful.
Man, why can't you, dude? Why can't you, though?
Because, nigga, there's
no way in fucking hell if we was on the court and you would pick up Bill Russell over Bam Adebayo.
For one, these niggas today don't know basketball.
Man, you know that old school game, dog, with the floater and shit. Come on, man.
Bill Russell was a terrible offensive player, bro. His offensive skills were terrible.
These niggas today don't know basketball. They don't have a better IQ than them guys. Them guys will beat them.
Then Bill Russell?
Right.
Bill Russell. That's what a bad look, bro. I saw it.
What's wrong with the world today, man?
Hold on, Starty. I saw the Bill Russell documentary. Them niggas was talking about on the way to games. They were creating defenses on the way to games on the back of the but them niggas they were creating basketball literally on their way to the next city. The game was so like at the beginning stage that like their IQ was come on, man. Come on, dog.
Hey, man,
come on.
That's like you shitting
The
on
pick and
Albert.
roll, the pick and
That's you
roll wasn't even
shitting.
invented yet.
That's
But
you
that's
shitting
the
on Albert
but that's the
Einstein.
forefathers, dog. They was and that's
Right.
how to
That's what
draw
I'm
up
saying.
plays, dog.
And
Stop
That's
it,
you
man.
shitting on
that's
Albert
why he's who he
Einstein.
You
is.
hating on them niggas, man.
Listen, fam,
Or
I'm not
shitting
saying
on.
Bill Russell's not great.
Fuck
I'm
out of
not
here,
saying Bill
man.
Russell's not him. But there's no fucking way in hell a 6'8", 180-pound power forward is playing past the 70s. There's no way. No way.
Okay, well let me
Did he weigh
ask you this.
180
Let me ask
pounds?
you
T-Mac weighed more than goddamn Bill Russell.
Let me ask you this then. If you had to take away Bill Russell out of that top 10, who is you putting in there? If you taking Bill Russell out,
Honestly,
who is you putting in this spot?
You go first, Starty, because I was thinking about 20 people. I could name a bunch of people with the names they had.
Nigga, it's a bunch of players. Akeem Olajuwon can play in any area.
Facts.
Tim Duncan can play in any area.
Facts.
David Robinson to kill these motherfuckers.
Facts. Hold on, start right there. Speaking of David Robinson, we was talking
Karl
about
Malone. Don't forget about the mailman.
Patrick Ewing ain't
Karl
even
Malone
do
was
good
on
against
the
these
list.
niggas.
Karl Malone was on the list.
And I don't even like Patrick Ewing. And he'll do good against these motherfuckers.
But hey, Starty, we was talking about David Robinson earlier on the phone, and we was talking about how Giannis has the freedom to do it the way that he plays. You know, like going downhill, basically being a point guard at his height. If he played back in the day, he wouldn't even be allowed to even do that shit, right? Like he would have to play a big man's game, and that's not really his game. He's not really that good at that at post work.
Giannis,
yes.
he couldn't do nothing.
So when it comes to NBA players who could play in any era, you got to consider the fact of you're not allowed to travel, Giannis. You're not allowed to carry, Giannis. You're not allowed to push people out the way, Giannis. A lot of the shit that you're doing, you wouldn't even be able to get in the goddamn game because every time you do something, the whistle's blowing. So you're definitely not going to be averaging 30 and 12, whatever the fuck you averaging now, because you can't even got to get in the game because every time you dribble, you travel, my nigga. Every time you take a step, you travel, or you foul somebody.
Right, he wouldn't be doing that.
He wouldn't be able to get away with that shit.
But if you say, hey, David Robinson, play in today's era, and we're gonna let you we're gonna have you at the top of the we're gonna set a screen for you, and you going downhill, going left, David Robinson. You don't think David Robinson can do that shit?
He can go off the pick and roll, but he ain't dribbling. They'll pick his pocket.
What's the difference between him and Giannis? If he played in this year, all you got to do is push you out the way. All he literally have to do is take one dribble, just like Giannis do. If you cut him off, I'm spinning and then I'm dunking.
Man, Giannis be traveling. That's the difference.
That's what I'm saying, though. If David Robinson was allowed to play in this era with the same rules Giannis is playing with,
murder them. He'll murder them.
And the freedom to do what Giannis is doing, I don't see why he wouldn't be averaging 30 and 14. And he had a jump shot. And he was a free throw shooter.
But we brought up a lot of centers though. But what about guards? What about shooting guard? What's shooting guards?
Penny Hardaway could play. I think Clyde Drexler could play in any era. I think George Gervin could play in any era. I think Sean Kemp could play in any era. I mean, it's a lot of niggas I think that could play. Like I said, I think there's even niggas that ain't even superstars that could play in any era.
Like who?
Eddie Jones could play in any era.
Yeah,
what about Nick Van Exel?
The problem is Nick Van Exel could play in this era. No doubt.
What about Steve Francis?
I think the problem is that what make the guys of yesteryears can't play is some of the rules changes, but I mean some of these new guys are running them old guys up and down the motherfucking court though. Don't get it twisted. They would. Some of them would. Some of them wouldn't be able to hang.
It depends. It really depends though. To me, because I mean, if you think about their training now and the training back in the day, who's to say them guys will have that training? So would they really be dominant? Would they really be running up and down the floor? Or would these
Well,
vets
if
be
you say,
outsmarting them?
well, if you say it like that, then shit, it'd just be all IQ. And I think the vets outsmart them because I don't think the players today is that smart. I think Giannis is one of the smartest players today because
Damn.
he actually he actually take advantage of his shit. He actually works on his game. We seen this nigga develop, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't just keep developing like that and don't have no fucking, you know what I'm saying, no knowledge or nothing. He
Shout
out there.
out to Jason Kidd for creating a fucking monster.
Jason Kidd is that far for creating Giannis?
That's who created this 7-foot point guard. Remember when Jason Kidd was in Milwaukee before he had some drinking issues.
Oh yeah, he did. He was
And what
there. That's
about
right.
SGA? What about
What about
SGA?
him? What about
Can he
him?
play? Can he play in any air?
I don't know if he can deal with the physicality of the yesteryears. That's the question. How tough is these niggas gonna be?
Yeah, some shit I can't even answer because I've never seen them.
Yeah.
This new era, you don't even know. You don't even see them niggas play through that shit. Like,
And like their resistance probably wouldn't beat it as like the old eras. Just like that's just how it is though. So like when I be hearing young niggas disrespect the old niggas, that's like me disrespecting my fucking grandpa or somebody that was tougher than me that paved the way for me to make it easy to me. I'll never do that. You know
right?
what I'm
LeBron
saying?
did it.
It's
LeBron did
Yeah,
it.
but that's LeBron. That's because he disrespectful.
it's almost like this, fam, to where you look at it. Everybody that goes to the NBA or tries out for the NBA has the skill to be in the NBA, but just
Right.
other things that factor into it, the reason why they didn't make it to the NBA. You feel what I mean?
Some motherfuckers ain't got the heart. Some
Yeah, this
motherfuckers ain't
other
got the discipline.
exactly, and I think some of
Yeah.
it factors into when we start talking about comparing the different eras that. Like even like we talk about a Ja Morant versus if Ja Morant played against the Pacers just to throw a team out. Not only he's faster than Mark Jackson, and yeah, he might get some dunks off and do his thing. But on the flip side, he might not even play that much because now Mark Jackson is posting his ass up the whole game. He's running or he might get hit with some Dale Davis screens or some Dale and Antonio
Right.
Davis fouls that he might not. You see he on the floor every 6 seconds in this era. So if he's getting
Right.
hit and on the floor, I don't know how he's gonna respond to that. He might get in a fight and get kicked out the game. Who knows?
Yeah, that's the only thing I question. And like I say, I don't think these niggas is tough like that because they ain't had to be. Back then you had to toughen up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
True.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you wouldn't know what level to go to if you ain't never had to go to that level.
We never even seen LeBron get in a fight. Michael
No.
to pull up Michael Jordan's fights.
Michael Jordan is
The
going at
closest,
niggas, grabbing their faces and shit. The closer you see
the closest
LeBron
we
is
seen
when
LeBron
Isaiah
is
Stewart go
Dylan
crazy.
Brooks.
That's just we seen Kobe get punched in the shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Actual fight. We see a nigga switch the ball at Kobe's face and he ain't budge. Like you know this nigga is built for that shit. You know what I'm saying? These other niggas, no. Just like I heard Stephen A say something about OG told him that Steph Curry, that nigga wouldn't average no more than 16 or 17 against them. And I believe that. And he was like, because we would have hurt him, he wouldn't have been able to fuck with us. And that nigga would have been hurt.
Nigga, let you shoot a shot and turn around before it go in on me, my nigga. Nigga, it's on, my nigga.
Back then, niggas was fighting, nigga, over
Nigga,
crazy shit.
that's where you watch a basketball game and what NBA in the basketball game and the game is over and a motherfucker come down and score and they
Yeah.
start trying to fight for that shit. That's that
That's
old
where
school
that
shit
shit
right
came
there.
from. Yeah, right.
That's where that
That's
shit
that
come
shit.
from, my nigga.
All
It's
right,
about
nigga,
you gotta
don't
have some fucking
disrespect
respect,
us.
nigga. I don't
Right.
give a fuck how high you can jump, my nigga. You ain't
That,
gonna
Oh,
uh,
disrespect
everything.
me.
y'all
That's
want to
exactly right.
update on the score? You want to update on the score?
60 to what, 45,
47
47?
Lakers. Yeah, 60-47. Golden State is up on the over the
Right.
Lakers.
How's the Don doing?
He ain't doing shit.
Let's see.
Not doing nothing yet.
Let's
He
see.
out there.
No, he want to know his point total and all that. He only got 8
I don't
points.
know.
I'm here for the highlights, baby.
He got 8
Man,
points. He got no 3-pointers.
Oh,
He got 4 rebounds. And he
and
got 3
that's why,
assists.
Evan, what you said is the reason why some of these guys don't have a high IQ. Today, motherfuckers don't watch the games. They watch the highlights.
that's a
Like
fact.
people don't watch whole games no more. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Back
been
in the
trying to
day,
tell this man to go watch Cooper Flag, man. He just refused to
yeah.
watch him, man.
No, back in the day, nigga, we used to watch the whole fucking game, nigga. We knew who everybody was. You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
Yeah.
And that's how you learn that shit, dog. That's the only way. You gotta be watching that shit or you gotta be playing that shit. But you gotta actually watch the fucking game. But
Mm-hmm.
like the new era, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers is James Harden babies. Everybody's moves and shit. James Harden changed some of the basketball game too. They took some of the rules away for James Harden because that nigga was probably outshining LeBron too much.
That's
I
why I
don't
look
know.
like Jalen Green can be a star in this league.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
No,
Cause
no IQ,
cause
but
he
straight talent.
right.
Right.
He just
Raw.
play hard. He just plays hard.
Yeah, but shit, nigga, Giannis, that nigga, man, he improve all the time. SGA,
But
he didn't improve.
peep game. Look at
Joker.
look at a nigga like Jalen,
Yes.
who's like we talked about earlier, getting handed the keys to the Houston Rockets super early, right? And then you look at a nigga. Do you remember J.R. Smith coming in? Do you remember how good J.R. Smith was coming out of high school?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
do.
And what he was doing in McDonald's All American, that nigga shooting from there half court in McDonald's All American.
Right.
That nigga, you already know his athleticism was crazy, but he never got handed the keys to shit.
Nah, he came out of high school though. That's why.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
J.R. Smith, yeah, he did. He didn't go to college.
Oh, you said J.R. Smith. Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
J.R. Ryder.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he came out in the era where like them niggas like LeBron James
That's
is the
what I
only
heard you
high school
saying.
player. LeBron James is the only high school player to get the keys right away. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else
Yeah.
got them. Everybody else had to wait their turn. KG, no, LeBron and
Nah,
he could
KG,
thank
he got
no
them
he could thank Stoudemire for that. No, Kevin Garnett didn't have the keys at first,
really.
really, but
No, no, no,
Stoudemire
no, no. You
did.
right. You right. You right. You right. You right. You right.
Amari Stoudemire did though. Matter of fact, he the only motherfucking high school player to get Rookie of the Year besides LeBron. He the first.
Moses Malone.
He didn't get no Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he did.
You
And he
better
came
check
out of high
that.
school.
You better check that.
Let you
You better
know.
Check
check
it.
that.
No. Let
Check
you
it.
know. Let them know, party. You
I'll,
better check that.
I'll check it.
This is live, my nigga. This is live. Check that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going off
Yeah.
the dome. I think Amari Stoudemire the first high school player to get Rookie of the Year. Because you know they didn't do that type of shit back then anyway. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give too many motherfuckers awards. I mean, Rookie of the Year they could have gave the Moses Malone, but I don't think he got it. I think Amari Stoudemire the first. But
Nope, you're right. He did not. He came out of high school, but he did not win Rookie of the
yeah,
Year.
he the
He
first
Apologize.
won.
nigga. He
Apologize.
the first nigga to come out of high school though.
Now apologize and tell him you were sorry. Tell him you
Man,
sorry.
I
You
know this shit, man. You can ask
And
me
I ain't
about
gotta apologize.
basketball,
Listen, that's
or
why
you
I
can ask
fact
me
checked,
about
man.
boxing.
I'm
and
wrong. I said it. I said it. I was wrong. He was an 8-time All-Star, All NBA selection, 2-time
Yeah.
All Defense selection, and then he won a championship in '83
You know what I'm saying? Like
with
I
the
said
Sixers.
back in the day, they didn't even They didn't do that type of shit. Remember Michael Jordan couldn't even get on the cover. Was barely on the cover because they didn't put freshmen on the cover and shit. Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? That nigga had to ride the bench like a motherfucker when he first got in the league.
Dale Curry, they didn't even play rookies like that. That wasn't
Yeah, they didn't do that shit back in the day. They made
Right,
niggas
they
earn
did.
that shit.
not only is you a rookie,
Yeah.
you come high school kid, so that's a double no.
Yeah, so that's how you actually develop motherfuckers though. But you know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers
That's when
learn how to be pros. You
the
learn
game.
all type of shit.
That's when they were really men in the NBA though. It's literally boys. It's literally 24-year-olds.
Right. Now it's boys. But that's when they was making men and that's why you had a good product. Everybody was getting trained. Like I all the old stories I always hear about. I learned how to be a when they talk about a player, talk about other players when they come in the league. The old heads they be like, yeah, that player taught me how to be a professional. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe Bryant say that about Byron Scott. Yeah, he taught me how to be a pro.
And you
You
notice the
know,
stories, and if you notice, started them stories stop at a certain era. You don't hear them stories after a certain era.
yeah, I was just about to say that. You don't hear that shit no more about, no, this guy taught me how to be a pro. Now you hear about, oh man, when I first got in the league, this dude bust my ass.
Or
And that's
or
welcome to the NBA.
or check this, or you hear this. Man, motherfucker tried to get me to do this. Man, I ain't doing that shit.
Right. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit.
Motherfucker tried to get me to get donuts and this coffee in the morning. I ain't doing that shit. But if you watch
Nigga,
that Lakers documentary, that's what Magic was doing for
nigga,
Kareem.
Magic every day getting the
Doing.
paper, nigga.
That's my rookie. You do that. That's what you're supposed to do. You heard
Right,
talk about Allen Iverson giving them money and you know what I mean. Eventually, I mean, look,
right.
nigga, that's what is supposed to go on. But these
That's my
niggas got
rookie.
so much arrogance and so much disrespect. Really, like I said, for olders, they're like, fuck it. What am I fuck? I'm the number one pick. I ain't doing that shit. I'm the number two pick. I
On
ain't doing that shit.
everything.
Fuck you, old
On,
head.
on everything.
Like when he talked about Kevin Garnett, I had to check myself because I remember he was out there with like Sam Mitchell. Sam Mitchell,
Yeah.
I'm damn sure Sam Mitchell was his was a
Matter of
vet.
fact, that's who he say.
Yeah.
That's his old head. He's
Yeah,
like, nigga, that's the dude taught me
Yeah.
how to
Sam,
be a pro.
Yeah.
Sam Mitchell.
Sam Mitchell's the trust me. You see
Right.
how he's still sharp as hell when you see him on TV. That nigga's the real deal,
Right. And they said that shit. They said that nigga didn't play that shit back in the day.
nigga.
Not
That
only that, these
I heard.
guys go get.
That's the first NBA player I heard cuss like I wasn't even there as a kid, my nigga. He was cussing like a kid wasn't even in the room.
Yeah, they said that nigga wasn't no joke
No,
on everything. I heard stories about it. But like that's how the old players was. Like you
yeah.
had motherfuckers like
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't no joke. Even Rasheed Wallace, he talk about motherfuckers when he came in the league who that nigga Buck Williams and them that was all strong and shit.
Buck Williams, but hold on, Buck Williams is actually in the 20 in the same Hall of Fame class as Carmelo trying to get in right now. Sorry to cut you off.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he?
Buck Williams. I remember
Yep.
Buck Williams, nigga.
It's
Kevin Duckworth.
Maya Moore, Sue Bird, Carmelo Anthony, some crackers I ain't never heard of, and Buck Williams.
Well, Sue Bird, Maya Moore definitely should get in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree.
They getting
And
in. They
Carmelo.
getting in.
Maya Moore, the baddest bitch I ever seen on the court.
Until I saw Juju.
Yeah, Juju was the next. You right. Juju was cold.
Yeah,
Man,
she
man.
got like a Simone Augustus Maya. She's like Simone Augustus and Maya Moore in one, nigga.
Yeah, man, listen, Juju is the coldest girl I ever seen besides Maya Moore. That's yeah, I can agree with that statement. Totally.
She's them two players in one, and them two players were amazing players.
On everything. They
She know how to
father.
control the game already at an early age.
They like a fucking female. They like female Carmelos
Yeah,
on everything. Like they
exactly.
just they dominate that shit. They know where they spots is on the court.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit. They IQs is good, man.
Female Carmelos is the best way I could. That's exactly what it
That's
was.
how their game is.
Literally what you took out my head. I was thinking the same thing, bro.
This nigga Draymond is awful.
They're the
I
same.
So I
used to
mean,
like him when he
since
had
we
that
on
shit cranked up.
basketball, man, a lot of people talking about the Lakers, a lot of people talking about OKC, a lot of people talking about Denver. Who's really coming out the West?
If I'd have put my money
OKC.
down, I'd go to Denver.
OKC.
Yeah, I'm going with OKC.
OKC. They not gonna be stopped.
It's gonna be hard to beat them.
Unless something crazy. If Shea if he get hurt, then they done. But I'm gonna tell you about OKC, my nigga. If y'all ain't been watching the whole year, they is a team for real. They rally around Shea. He the real leader. He don't even do none of the damn interviews without them niggas in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a real group. They're a real thing, man. They got a real goal in line, man. And they gonna make it to the finals, but I think Tatum gonna get them.
I disagree with both things you just said. I disagree that if they played the Celtics, that I think the Celtics would actually lose to OKC for one, and two, I don't think they're gonna get there because I think Jokic is just too much. I think it's harder to stop Jokic than it is to stop SGA.
I just think Joker ain't got enough around him like he's had in past years.
Aaron Gordon,
Westbrook ain't enough.
you know, if it comes to a clutch game, you know Jamal Murray will show up. Michael
We
Porter.
gonna find out. We gonna find out when the seedings come
Yeah,
out.
they gonna show up. But who gonna be the Bruce? Who gonna be the Bruce Brown? Who gonna be the Caldwell Pope that was in?
Russell Westbrook.
Nope. We just seen
And
him
I'm
blow a
saying,
And
game the other
Bron.
night.
That's all they got right now. Bron and
Bron.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm putting this on record on both of y'all. If Jokic wins the NBA championship with Russell Westbrook on his team, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
Nah, shut up, man. But he
Great.
cold though.
I ain't never seen nobody fuck up like I've seen.
You ain't even gotta say that. You can just say that without
fuck
saying
up a
that.
game like I've seen Russell Westbrook fuck up a game before, dog. No, if he's had the opportunity to play with some of the best players ever and hasn't got a championship ever. If you win with him, you're the GOAT, bro. Period. He's that much of a fuck up.
He just got some bad decision making. He just be out of control. That's all.
At the most important times of the season.
But
he tried
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's what happened.
I'm gonna tell you
tried
this.
too hard, you make mistakes.
Yeah, don't nobody give more effort to him night in and night out.
Effort.
Nobody.
I'm not arguing
he
effort.
Tried too hard.
Hey,
he tried too hard.
Fine.
When he tried too hard, he makes
Everything
mistakes.
y'all saying is true. All I'm saying is if that motherfucker from Serbia wins with that motherfucker that y'all talk about trying too hard and fucking up at the wrong time, if he wins with him, nobody else. LeBron James couldn't do it. Kevin Durant couldn't do it. James Harden couldn't do it. Carmelo Anthony couldn't do it. Chris Paul, I think, played with him. Couldn't. Nobody can win with this nigga, dog. He play with everybody. If he wins,
I'm gonna say this.
Nah,
I'm gonna say this: the Lakers, they need that number 3 spot.
Kawhi Leonard played with him. Kawhi Leonard won the champion. He can't even win with Russell Westbrook. He's a fuck up, man.
Nah, man. He crazy. And I'm hard on Russ, but he be trying.
Ain't nobody harder on Russ than me, pause.
I don't know, man. I'm tough on Russ, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Everything I say about him is absolutely true. He plays
hard.
He's the most overrated. But like Eric said, he tries to do too much at the wrong. That 60-point triple-double game, he lost that game single-handedly. He missed a wide-open layup at the.
MVP
what are you doing?
Ever. The most overrated MVP ever.
And then he fouled the nigga at the 3-point line right afterwards. Holy shit! Who raised you, nigga?
Hey man, that's your man. Quit hating on him. You love him.
Yeah, I like Russell. At one point, I thought Russell, when they was in OKC together, I thought Russell Westbrook was better than Kevin Durant.
No, you did.
They was on that team together. I thought he was the best player on that team. I said he's the one that makes that team really go. Kevin Durant
If you really,
did you just really say that, man?
yeah, I'm just saying.
Kevin Durant to me is just a plug-in player. He's not that guy. He's a guy that you plug in to get to the top. He's not the guy you build around. You plug him in.
Just finna say you got to be the realest Kevin Durant hater ever.
Yes, I was about to say that too, but I want to know why do you think that Russell Westbrook was better than Kevin Durant at the time?
Like this is what Russell had that mid-range jumper. Remember he had a nice pull-up jump shot in OKC.
Never.
He did.
No, he used to do it all the time, but it was never nice.
On point. Russell Westbrook had a nice
better.
Free throw line. Coming full steam ahead, pull up right on the jump. And he was playing harder. He just made it. I feel like he's the one that made it go. But when the game got in near the end, like you said, he would fuck up and try to do too much, ignore the fact that he has the best closer on his team, and well, shit, nigga, I didn't got us here this far. I might as well shoot it too. He felt I could shoot it too because I've been falling out the whole game.
Russell Westbrook ain't never been better than Kevin Durant on OKC.
Ever. Right.
That's how I felt, man. I felt.
Man,
I can't never remember.
I don't even know how you get that feeling, brother. I don't even know how you feel that. Well, how did you see that?
You tell me how come the guy that's blessed with the 7-foot frame that can move like a guard can't get a triple-double, but the other nigga can average a triple-double for a whole season. Tell me that.
Because he ain't trying to get a triple-double, my nigga.
Couldn't if he tried.
It's like Kobe. Listen. Yes, he could have. Kobe Bryant even said he was like, man, I could have got a triple-double if I wanted to. Michael Jordan said the same thing.
KD ain't Kobe.
Man, we know he ain't, but he could get a triple-double if he tried. LeBron tries. Westbrook tries. Jokic tries. They try to get these shits, man.
But he had a little help from his teammates too, man. Don't act like he was just doing it all by himself. Now, come on, now we didn't see him not grab rebounds just so he can get a rebound, or get in the sets just so he can score. Come on, now we know it. Oh, your boy T.O. here too, huh? He stayed for the championship game.
Let me ask y'all this:
his team Chattanooga.
Do you think NBA coaches is telling their players, "Hey, man, we need." Hey, Luka, hey, LeBron, I need 25, 10, and 10 from you today. Hey, Russell, hey, so. Those type of players, you think their coaches are asking for what they do, or you think they just do it?
Maybe in the big game, they might tell them, like, man, this game, I need 30 from you. But for the most nights, they're just going to do it. They know what they need. For the most part. But, like, if it's a big game, it's a championship game, they might come up to you like, man. Like, you seen the reels where Tyronn Lue was like, he got on LeBron, like, I need you to be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that shit happens.
Speaking of Tyronn Lue, who's the better black coach, Tyronn Lue or my man in Houston? What's my man's name?
Udoka.
Yeah, who?
Udoka
or Tyronn Lue?
Udoka.
Yeah.
So if they matched up, if Houston and Clippers matched up, who you picking?
The Clippers.
Man, come on, man. I'm picking the young guys. I'm picking the young horses, man.
Picking Clippers on that one, bro.
We don't even know what Clipper team is gonna come to play, man.
Right.
Give me the young guys.
I pick Houston, but I would want the Clippers to win, but give me the young guys.
Yeah, give me the young horses, dog. Because they're going to play defense.
Yeah, give me Dylan Brooks.
They're going to play. He's going to give James Harden a fit, even though James Harden going to give him a fit too. But that'll be a great matchup. And we don't even know if Kawhi going to play.
Who gonna guard Zubac?
I don't know.
Man, nobody's gonna really be able to guard him. With Shangoon's probably gonna try to step up. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
Shangoon gonna
But
step up.
Shangoon's still on the floor from when Luka dropped.
Oh, they got Steven Adams too.
yeah,
Oh,
they
you
got Steven Adams.
forgot about Steven Adams,
Yeah,
right?
I forgot. Yeah, I
Steven
forgot
Adams
about
gonna
him
get in.
too. But that's a plus. That's a plus right there.
That's a
That's a
fact.
nice plus.
And you know they got
Yeah,
him
man. I don't
just
believe
for the
in.
playoffs.
I don't believe in the Clippers, man. I'm sorry. I just don't believe in them, man. They just
Totally understandable.
they
Totally.
cause man, dude, they do this every year, dog. He come in, he come out.
Norman Powell playing
Then
better than ever though.
you said what?
Norman Powell playing better than ever.
Yeah, he's really their second leading scorer, dog.
No,
He's
his
another. He's the
score.
first.
Score.
Yeah, matter of fact, he another one that we watched.
That's because
Get
James
better.
Harden, he's more of a facilitator, but he do get his bucket still, though.
Who are you talking about?
Norman Powell.
We talking about Norman Powell.
Norman Powell ain't never been no facilitator, my nigga.
No, he said James
No,
Harden
I
was
said
like
James
a
Harden.
Oh, that's what I said. What are you
Yeah, I
talking
said
about?
James. No, I was saying how the reason why James Harden is not the leading scorer, he letting everybody else eat
That's why I
first
feel like
before he eat.
Norman Powell's been playing so well. They literally have a just like we talk about LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka. They have that, but they also have a Zubac. They also have they benches.
They got a lot. Yeah, they got a lot.
Their bench has been playing really, really good.
They got a defender and Chris Dunn.
To where like past they would have to they would have to almost depend on Kawhi going off on a 30-point. They don't. He could have 17. They could still win by double digits. Because old boy Norman Powell is really, like you said, he's the leading scorer. If he's feeling the way he's feeling and Kawhi's coming in, like if Kawhi play cool or if Kawhi play great, it's good either way, as long as he don't stink it up. And I mean, I'm sure he can contain that from happening in the playoffs.
Damn,
he got him.
Curry hitting threes. That nigga Luka hit him on the ground. That nigga still hit that shit. You know,
yeah, man. I'm glad you brought him up, dog. I'm glad you brought him. Nigga, we need to start putting some more respect on this man's name, man.
Norman Powell.
I'm tired of y'all respecting him, man. Like he don't be doing shit out here in these NBA streets.
Him. Don't say me. I'll be the one.
I know you ain't, man, because we on the same wavelength. But man, this guy right here, man, he just think he's just an average basketball player.
He ain't the best
with a jump shot.
Everybody. Are we talking about Norman Powell?
No, he's talking about Steph Curry.
The best player.
Talking about Steph Curry. Steph Curry said we need to put some respect on Steph Curry's name.
Nah, man, I respect Steph Curry, dog. I really do, man. I just think that I just disagree with the greatest shooter part. I really don't see how you can be the greatest.
I don't even know why you would disagree with that when the stats even say he's the best shooter. But okay.
Because it's when you ask like who's the best shooter and people say, hey, who you want for if you're 0 for 14 in clutch shots in the playoffs, how can you be the best shooter? That's one.
Hey, this is that I thought Westbrook was better than KD type ever coming out of shit.
No, that was my opinion. That was my opinion. That was my opinion because that's just how I felt. I know a lot of people say they disagree. That's just how I felt at the time. But these are facts. If you're 0 for 14 in clutch shots in the playoffs, and if nobody picks, if I ask a group of people, hey, who you want to shoot the last shot for a game winner, and you're not mentioned, how are you the best shooter of all time? How?
I just wonder, like, why would somebody dig for that stat when he got all these rings and all this success and he made all these threes? But you gonna go to the play? Hold on, you gonna go to the playoffs? You gonna go to the playoffs when he came up short to be like, he's not the best shooter, but all years around and all the other times he the best shooter. Come on, my nigga, you can't be doing that, man. Like that nigga that does shit ain't nobody done. He done hit more threes than anybody at any faster rate. We see this nigga playing. You seen him playing the other day, man. He the only nigga that can just
Man,
run
you
around out
listen.
there
What
like a
about right
kid be
now,
throwing that
starting?
motherfucker. Yeah.
What about right now? What about yesterday or the day before? This man hit 12 3-pointers, man. I keep saying, man, when is your boy Lillard gonna do some shit like that, man?
That nigga got
When is he
blood
gonna do
clots. He going through divorces, got blood clots. He going through it, man. He stuck in Milwaukee. He about to be there by himself. Giannis about to leave his ass. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. 0 for 14. Yeah, you talking about today and yesterday. 0 for 14 in clutch playoff shots, okay?
Yeah, but my nigga, he got fucking 4 rings.
That's awesome.
Hey.
That's awesome. Two
Hey.
of them.
Hold
on, Eric. Hold on, Eric.
Okay.
Two of those four.
Okay.
Two of those 4 are a stacked deck team. So fuck out of here with that shit.
Wait a minute, 2 of the 4 is what?
A stacked deck.
Because of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, man.
Listen,
Kevin
dog,
Durant.
you can't listen.
Kevin Durant.
You can't take nothing away from a champion, my nigga.
Weak,
A
my nigga.
champion's a champion.
But hold on. But remember this, though. Remember this. Remember this.
That's some
Before Kevin
shit.
Durant came, was he not dominating Cleveland still? Remember, he stopped LeBron from being this great player.
What are you talking
about?
Just
think if LeBron, if Curry wasn't in LeBron's way, man, LeBron will have more rings.
Exactly. Listen, that's why I said it's weak from both sides. It's weak from Golden State side for being the best team in the season history, NBA history, record-wise, and calling Kevin Durant. And it's weak for Kevin Durant to say, yeah, I'm cool with combining with that shit. Both of y'all niggas is pussy, and fuck them 2 rings.
Wait a minute. How is it weak when?
Hold on.
Hold on. How is it weak when the nigga they going against has made up? He got stacked teams. Why I can't stack my team? Like, what the fuck's wrong with that? Like, I don't get that. My nigga, y'all can't get mad at that nigga for doing that. That's over with. But it is what it is. Like, they only stacked up because Cleveland was stacked up.
You got a point.
Fuck?
You got a point. You got a point.
What the fuck?
I can't even argue that point right there. You right
and
about
and then on top of that, my nigga, he's the only free agent coming to the team. The other team is put together. They just added Kevin Durant. Everybody else is draft picks, free agency. You know what I'm saying? Team that already been there.
But let's go back before that.
Eric, hold on, Eric.
Let's go back before that.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Keep going, Start. Keep going.
I'm just saying, man. They only stacked up because they was going against a stacked team. Everybody in the league was trying to stack up. That's what they trying to do now. LeBron James and them changed this shit, my nigga. When they did the Miami thing, that's why all the young players try to play with each other now if they can. That's it.
All right, go ahead, EK.
I was saying, man, who was the standard before that? The Spurs, right? You know what I'm saying? They was the San Antonio Spurs. They was the real super team. You know what I'm saying?
They were never a super team.
Nah, I ain't never looked at them as a super team.
Why not?
Because they wasn't.
Why not? They had David Robinson. They had Tim Duncan.
They did everything through the draft.
Yeah, everything through the draft.
I'm saying, ain't that the way Golden State put their team together too? Minus Kevin Durant.
Golden State wasn't a super team when they added Kevin Durant.
Right, they just
Golden
called
State
him a super team.
What? No. I said minus Kevin Durant.
That's what I'm saying. Never a super team until they added Kevin Durant.
But people thought they was a super team.
They developed that team through the draft. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, what I'm saying is when you lose to LeBron James, when you're up 3-1 on LeBron, look, both sides. When you're up 3-1 on LeBron James and you lose, and then you call and fly to go beg Kevin Durant to play with you, you're weak as fuck, for one. Two,
So was LeBron though. He was begging him
hold on. 2, Kevin Durant, you were just up 3-1 against Golden State, the team that's begging you to come play, right? You weak for saying okay, because why wouldn't you, like, for example, if me and you playing the video, we playing Madden, right? And the game is close the whole time, and I beat you with some bullshit Hail Mary pass, and I win an immaculate way. You still really feel that you're better than me, right? You still feel that you can beat me. I won on some bullshit. That's how you feel. Am I wrong or right?
I don't know. I think a loss is a loss. That's the way I look at it. If a motherfucker beat me, if they beat me, we can run it back. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But a loss is a L is a L, my nigga.
Where do you not beat? No, I can beat you, my nigga. I can beat you. That's what
I can beat anybody anytime.
Well, maybe that's just a competitive nature.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
exactly it right there. You said that, you hit it right on the head. The competitive nature, my nigga. The competitive nature in a man, my nigga. I was up 3-1, and instead of trying to beat you again, instead of saying, man, fuck that, run that shit back, my nigga. I'm gonna come join you. From both sides, my nigga, that shit is weak, my nigga, on both of them. That's why I said fuck them 2 rings for both of them niggas.
Nah, I ain't saying
That's
that.
me. That's me.
Yeah, they still play 82 games. They still did what they did. You know what I'm saying?
It was the worst. It was the worst. Nobody even gave a fuck. Everybody knew it was going to be Cleveland versus Golden State. It was so lopsided. But like Stardy said, I do agree. I do feel like when LeBron turned the tables with Miami and started stacking, then went to Cleveland and started stacking teams, everybody had to adapt.
Yeah,
That's
otherwise
why
he would have been the
Paul George
best
started
ever.
getting together, and everybody's
Right.
like, hey, in order to, because remember the Pacers and the Miami Heat was like almost there.
Right.
And the Pacers were just a regular team. That wasn't no stacked deck team. But people realize we can't compete with this without stacking the deck too. He jumped the gun and stacked the deck. Are we gonna let this nigga just keep running the table, or are we gonna do the same thing and stop this shit?
Right, because he kept going to finals.
But the team that beat him was the team that was drafted together. That Miami team. San Antonio, they was put together by the draft.
San Antonio and Dallas.
So
Dallas.
So at the end of the day, really, I mean, yeah, Dallas. Well, Dallas, they had a whole bunch of role players, and then they came together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
that's
God,
a little
man.
different. They weren't drafted together.
They
what you mean? They had John Marion.
No, listen. What I'm saying,
Jason Terry.
What I'm saying is that Dallas did it like the traditional way. The older guys that's just trying to get together and win.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't a bunch of prime
players.
The
Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Lakers with
like the older guys, like the Lakers tried, like Houston tried with Barkley and Scottie Pippen and all that shit. They tried that shit. It's a lot of players that tried that shit. Boston.
So let me ask y'all this. So let me ask y'all this, because Gilbert Arenas was talking about that too, right? About how he said at the end of the day, everybody tries to join a team at some point in their career. So what's the problem with LeBron, joining his team early? So as far as those comments, what do you think about that? And what do you think about players joining together? Because at some point, he's kind of right, though, because at some point at the end, either at the end or the beginning of your career, you didn't pair it up with a super team. You know what I'm saying? So
right there,
I want to get y'all take on that.
That's the difference right there, is what we were used to was a player trying his hardest, giving his best years to compete for
organization.
And when he succeed, then he would ring chase. He would try to get with some other guys to try to when he was on the downward. What we saw was LeBron in his prime do that. And that's what fucked everybody up. Not only were you in your prime, you're the fucking chosen one. You're supposed to be the next heir to Michael. All the hype that you got, you're supposed to be him. We never would expect him to go join team with Dwayne Wade. and Chris Bosh. We've never seen no shit like that before. That would be like Michael Jordan teaming up with fucking
That nigga got
his best friend Charles Barkley and fucking whoever the fuck his best friend was that was another all-star. Like that we never seen no shit like that in his prime years. I remember when Reggie Miller was about to retire, and remember the Dallas Mavericks were about to get their championship, and they was trying to get Reggie to go to Dallas just for his 3-point shooting. He said he's done. He didn't want to, and they ended up winning.
Reggie wouldn't leave. But players back. I mean, you used to exhaust everything you could at an organization unless shit was like go real bad. You know what I'm saying? But you would try everything. Or, if you was the top player, the organization would probably try to get motherfuckers there. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a top player, you realize motherfucker they ain't trying to win shit, then that's when you'd be like, okay. But Cleveland was trying.
So are super teams dead? I mean,
no. I mean, shit, it ain't real. To be honest, dog, it ain't really no fucking super team.
Look,
because
let me say real quick, man. On that Pat McAfee interview with LeBron James, do you remember, Eric, where he said there's the one difference between me and these other players is my IQ. He was like, I'm smarter than these players. He's like, and we've been saying that forever. When it comes to talent, KD is more talented than him, but LeBron's IQ is what separates him from the rest of these young niggas. And so when it comes to a super team, you can have the talent, but if you don't have the IQ to operate that, to know how we gonna play together, it's not gonna work. And that's what's happening. They're building the teams together with players without that IQ that know how to win. You can't build a super team. It doesn't make sense.
So let me ask you this. What was the last super team that y'all can say that won the championship? What was the last team that won the championship as a super team that y'all thought was a super team?
The Miami Heat.
The Bulls. The Bulls.
And that's actually and see what Bulls team
who won
the one where they got Rodman
or KD Golden State Warriors? Who won the championship last? Golden State.
Golden. You say it again, Evan.
Who was it?
Golden State.
Yeah, give me Golden State's the last.
Yeah, Golden State.
I don't think they was a super team though. I think the Bulls
Golden State wasn't.
No.
You saying Golden State wasn't a super team?
I don't think so.
Not with KD?
No.
You said the Golden State Warriors. They won 2 and they lost 1.
Super teams don't lose, my nigga. Super teams don't lose.
Yeah, they won 2 and lost 1. They lost to Toronto.
Okay, that's something somebody done before lots of times. So, like I said, to me, the super teams was motherfucking is the best team I ever seen with the Bulls. They were super duper. I mean,
even before the games, before the teams even played them. You going off of what the success of that team was. I'm going off of the way the team was constructed.
You talking about the talent on the team?
Yeah, the way they're constructing this team full of super talent, whether they're successful or not. Like the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. That's a super team. They didn't win, but that's a super team.
So again, you asking who was the last super team that I seen?
He said that won a championship.
No, I don't know. I think if you say it like that, even the only super team I ever seen was that Lakers team with all them motherfuckers with Gary Payton and Karl Malone and Shaq and Kobe.
I don't even think that was a super team.
But they didn't win it though.
They did.
They didn't win it though.
They made it.
They didn't win it.
It don't matter if they won it or not.
No, I'm talking about win though. I'm talking about win. Who was the last super team that y'all say that won?
It's because those guys are at the end of two of those guys are at the end of their career trying to latch on to get a ring. The reason they came is because they had won the 3 finals already.
Yeah, but that's a lot of
Obvious way to
talent.
get a ring. It's not like they're actually helping us. They're just two guys trying to cling on to get a ring. That's not a super team.
And
A
that's what
super,
I'm asking.
I think a super team is when guys are at the top tier of their talent, trying to get together. I think that's what a super team is. You
Like
got
in
to be.
Miami, you coming from different teams and y'all coming together. That's a super team. The Bulls, they was put
Okay.
together. They just took pieces.
Then I had to say
I mean, they
Miami
was a
then.
super team though. They was a super team though.
Who was?
The Bulls,
I
they
don't.
was a super
They
team.
won 3 out the
Nah,
draft.
the Bulls wasn't no super team. They only picked up one free agent. Everybody else out the draft.
Yeah.
And they did that with Horace Grant. Horace Grant was
So we're
drafted
not
in
calling
that
them a
point.
super team then, because
No,
they
no,
were a super team. Because Michael Jordan was just 1-for-1 with Scottie Pippen.
no, they wasn't no super
They
team.
drafted both of them players, bro.
They drafted in, and I mean they
So
brought in
what you're
Kukoc.
saying is that so Golden State, you trying to say Golden State is the last super team ever? That's what you're saying with Kevin Durant?
Golden State with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green winning a championship is not a super team. But when you win 72 and something games, and then you add the second or third best basketball player in the world to your team, now you're a super team.
See, now listen, now you going off
I'm
of success.
confused now.
Right, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
confused now.
Now you going off of success
Confused.
when you bring up their record and shit. Cause when that's why I brought up the Bulls, like nigga, they the best I ever seen as far as success. So that's what made them a super. But I mean, when you talk about a team that's loaded with talent, shit, man, like I said, to me it ain't no super team.
Are you
Cause some
comparing the Bulls adding Dennis
So
Robinson and
what is Miami?
adding
So what
Kevin
is
Durant?
Miami then? Miami's not a super.
no,
Hold on,
I'm
Miami's
not
not a super
comparing.
hold on.
I'm
team.
not comparing.
Are y'all comparing Michael Jordan getting rid of because they lost Horace Grant to Orlando and getting Dennis Rodman, comparing to what Golden State did to get Kevin
No,
Durant?
why would you say that? I'm
'Cause
comparing. I'm
that's the
comparing
difference.
the dominance.
That's
I'm
the
comparing
difference.
the dominance of the team.
It's not about dominance, though. It's about who. That's what I'm saying. It's not about who won or who didn't.
Yeah, but nigga, you keep bringing up the record though. That's what made me think about the dominance. The record said this record team. So since they added KD, then they became a super team because they was a good
Regardless
team
whether,
already. You
no matter
said.
what their record is, they the best team in the NBA. Regardless what their record is, they the best team in the NBA. And then
Well, I
they're
mean,
adding
you can't regardless
the
the
third best
record,
player on
Evan,
top
But
of that.
because the record is showing what's
but they
better and
wasn't the
best.
champions before KD came though.
Yes, they
Remember,
were.
Cleveland beat them 3-1
Yes,
before he
they
came.
had won before KD. Remember?
Yeah, but they lost.
That's what I'm.
No, they lost that year when KD.
Not only
That's what I'm
hold
saying.
on. That's what makes it even weaker. Not only did they lose, but they were up 3-1. Mr. Great Stephen Curry, the only player that ever lost it down 3-1 in the finals. Mr. Great, best
But
shooter of
why
all
would you
time.
hold on? But
Fuck out of here, nigga.
why would you say that when you know what happened in the finals? Didn't Draymond get suspended?
I don't
That didn't change his trajectory.
know the
That
world.
changed
That definitely,
everything, my nigga.
it definitely did. Yes, it definitely
Yeah,
did.
that changed
Yes, it did.
everything.
Best shooter in the
Yes,
world should have
true.
figured it out. That's all I know.
Oh, that's all I'm just saying,
Oh
man.
man, there you go, man. Just
You know what
taking
I'm
shots
saying?
at him, man. Just taking shots.
Yeah, man.
Damn, just taking shots, man. Let me put this banner back up here, man.
You telling me,
Listen, man.
hey, you telling me if Draymond wouldn't have got suspended, they would have came back? How many games they suspend that nigga for?
I don't know. I don't know.
A couple. It was a few games.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but if
All
that
I'm
nigga wouldn't
saying
have got
is,
suspended, it
man,
would have
like
been over.
Stephen Curry is the best shooter, right? Right? He's the best shooter.
How?
You can probably compare him to
Evan, what
somebody
you
who
watching
you want
right
to
now,
compare him
man?
to
Turn your
Damian
TV
Lillard.
on. Evan, turn your TV on TNT and you gonna see why. Cause he's shooting their lights out right
No, he don't
now.
want to see because he going across that nigga Luka Doncic, and he's still in the show in LA right now. They don't want to see that, man. Y'all better start putting some respect on his name, man. I don't know why Stephen Curry can't get the respect he deserves, man.
Times I'm tired of
Unanimous MVP, man. Fuck, dude. What do it take? Unanimous MVP. Fuck.
That is crazy. He the only unanimous MVP, and they
Man,
call
fuck,
him
dude.
So now the NBA, it was rigged
Right,
earlier.
this nigga don't even like nobody, dude. At least Stephen Curry out here shaking hands and kissing babies.
When it comes to Steph Curry, the NBA ain't rigged no more, huh?
That nigga is.
We talking about everybody else. They got magnets.
We evil genius or what?
Evil in the balls. There's magnets in the balls.
Now he want to use it. Oh, now he want to use it.
But when we talk about Stephen Curry being the only unanimous MVP, it makes sense.
Hold on. Earlier he was talking about, nah, man, I don't think they put magnets in the ball. Now you're telling the world that magnets is in the ball. What are we doing?
Come on, man.
That's not what I said.
What are we doing, dude?
That's not what I said at all.
Come on, man.
Okay, clarify me. Tell me what you said, sir. What'd you say?
Come on, man.
I said when we're not talking about Stephen Curry, you want to believe in magnets and the NBA being rigged and everything. But then as soon as we start talking about Steph Curry being the unanimous MVP, all that shit go out the window. Now the NBA ain't rigged no more. Now it ain't staged when we're talking about the great light skin hype with the green eye.
So can I ask you a question? That year he got the unanimous MVP. You think somebody else should have got it?
No, they got it, but unanimous is bull.
Right there.
There's no way it should have been unanimous. Nobody voted for LeBron James. Nobody voted for LeBron James.
Who? Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, they got sick of that nigga.
Somebody voted for the nigga, but no. If he's
unanimous means, hey, Eric, do you know unanimous means?
Yeah, that means nobody voted for that nigga. Nobody except Stephen Curry.
Somebody voted for LeBron James. Did nobody vote for LeBron James?
I was making sure you was paying attention.
Probably because he had been winning them. And you know, when a motherfucker be winning them and something come new, they get tired of that shit.
Not just one person.
Just like Joker.
Not one.
How many LeBron? How many has LeBron won? How many MVP has LeBron won?
Oh my God, Draymond Green is the worst. Did y'all just see that shit?
LeBron, Michael Jordan, all Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was never a unanimous MVP. This nigga averaged 50 and 25. Like, what are we talking about? But Stephen Curry gets it. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Hey, are you forgetting that Wilt Chamberlain played with niggas who not liked? They didn't like niggas with Wilt Chamberlain playing.
Listen, they did not like Wilt Chamberlain, man. They love Bill Russell. That's why he got all the fucking awards.
Bill Russell said, nigga, for him to get his meals, he had to go to the back. They didn't like Bill Russell ass either. Shit.
I'm about to say, Wilt Chamberlain didn't wake up with no dead horses in his bed.
Shit, they didn't like Bill Russell. They didn't like none of them niggas. Basketball playing niggas.
Yeah, nigga, I watched that Bill Russell documentary, nigga. That shit was fire.
That shit crazy.
It ain't over with yet. Man.
I ain't seen it
still
yet.
More to come.
I ain't talking about the Celtic City one that he talking about. There's one that they did a little while ago that I think Steph Curry helped produce. That motherfucker, they talk about Bill Russell the whole way. That motherfucker, like I said, them niggas was literally on the bus going to another game. I think it was him and Casey Jones.
Matter of fact, I think I seen pieces of that.
Game. They were coming up with defensive schemes on the way to the game.
Right. I think I seen pieces of that one. That's when they were saying that's when they had to go to the back and get their meals, and they couldn't even sleep in the damn hotel that the other players did.
Yeah.
They said like other people would pull up on him.
A bunch of his memorabilia, and Steph Curry bought I think it was the rough draft of his book or some shit like that for crazy money. They was doing like a big whatever those things called where you sell all your shit.
Yeah, man, them niggas played in the era where they was not liked.
Auction, thank you.
They were not liked at all.
No, and that's why I said he felt bad. That's why I said he said he ain't been back to Boston since he stopped playing basketball. I said, don't go back to Boston, my man. Roast racist shit.
That nigga said, fuck Boston.
But no, that Bill Russell story. Like I said, they said he was a great athlete, but nigga, they was showing that nigga couldn't. That nigga was showing him shoot shots. Nigga, it was like watching Angel Reese play basketball.
Damn, that nigga talking about Angel Reese.
That nigga was shooting shots all hard off the backboard, getting his own rebound, shoot, ping, ping, ping.
That nigga called him Billy Reese.
Damn.
That's Bill Russell. Bill Russell was
Angel Russell. He called him Angel Russell.
But he was way more athletic. He could jump really high. Like that nigga had crazy. They was talking about his. I think he was like in the Olympics or some shit before he even went to college or some crazy shit.
Yeah, he did the long jumping and all that other shit.
He was like a crazy athlete.
High jumper or some shit.
Basketball skills was trash. And he was left-handed, though. He was left-handed. But that nigga.
Damn, you just riding on Bill Russell today, huh?
I'm just keeping 1,000. I'm just keeping it funky, my nigga. That nigga, this is when basketball like first started. I'm not expecting that nigga to have proper form or nothing like that. He was just he was an athletic person, and he could jump and he could run. And so play basketball. I mean, that's really what it was.
Yeah,
but he didn't. He had no touch around the rim. He was nothing like Wilt Chamberlain, my nigga. He was just on a better team, and he played. And it's the better team playing against the best player in the world. That's all. Just like you watched against the Celtics play against Luka. You watch the best player in the world lose to a better team. That's all.
Man, he is not the best player in the world. Not at all.
Jokic is the best player in the world, man.
Depends on how you want to look at it, but I feel that I'll take that.
Man, he can't guard nobody. How the hell he the best player in the world?
Keep it funky. Now, the real reason why Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world is because like when we do basketball hypotheticals, we'd be like, yo, if you sub him out for him, or you swap this player for that player, you know what I'm saying? If there's no player in the NBA that's
irreplaceable.
Nikola Jokic,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's irreplaceable.
I don't know nobody else that you could put on that team and take him off of it and win the championship with that squad. I
He's irreplaceable.
Like if you put Luka on OKC, they would still be a really good team.
The Morris twins still play for the Lakers?
He was in a Luka trade. Remember, he was involved in it. He was on Dallas's team the whole time.
Yeah, one of them do.
So one of them still play on that.
Because remember when he was on the Clippers team, nigga, they was trying to beat up Luka, and then he came on the Dallas team, and now they cool and shit. It's weird, kind of weird. Both of them fell in line. Both of them got embarrassed enough to where they fell in line and recognized greatness when they saw it. Somebody just broke into your house or something, nigga. Like you had to grab the strap.
I was like that. No, I heard something. I was like, shit. I didn't know where that was coming from, man. I had to make sure. I wasn't hearing that. But yeah, fellas, I think we talked enough, man. We need to watch the rest of this game, though. The Lakers trying to come back, though.
What's the score?
100 to 80.
It's 180.
What quarter?
Golden State's thrashed fourth.
How much time?
It's like 7 minutes.
Ain't no time worth watching. Ain't no worth watching that shit.
Luka just coming back in the game. It's worth watching. He might pull out the magic.
Yeah, your boy coming back in. He probably ain't gonna never get out. You might want to come watch it now.
It's time for the magic. I
think you might be right. Let's see if the magic show start.
We'll stay on off camera. We'll stay on off camera and talk shit because you already know about the game. We already gonna do. But
tell these niggas to subscribe and like our
appreciate y'all watching tonight, man. We're gonna finish watching the rest of this game, see what's going on, man.
Subscribe and like, motherfucker.
Let you know, that's right, man. Let you know podcast is out of here. Holla.
Let you know.